everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I draw lips. And lips are pretty simple. If you just want kind of a straight on view like this, where you're not doing anything too complex and it's just simple, straightforward, there's no real expression in those lips or in that face at all. It's pleasant to look at, but they're very easy to do. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do those really fast and easy, and then I'm going to probably explain, you know, how to show expression and things like that when drawing lips, which is also pretty easy. Before I get started though, I would say make sure when you're drawing things like this, if you do learn a generic way to draw something, always reference what they actually look like in reality. And the reason I say this is sometimes people get stuck in doing something a certain way and they never grow out of that. So that's kind of my warning after I show you this, is just remember to always reference, even with your own cell phone. Taking a selfie with a weird expression on your face to get a reference in front of you can take only a couple seconds, and you can see how the muscles in your face work when you smile or frown and things like that. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go and show you how I draw lips. So the first lip I'm going to show you is very simple. This is the generic lip that I always draw. So I start out with a simple line straight across like this. So you got this little V in the middle. Then I just kind of come up like this, and you can change the height of this, and I'll show you that in a sec, based on, you know, because however full you want the lips. And this right here, this is going to be for a girl's lips. So you see it's kind of like a little mountain range right across the top. Then I come down like this, and this is more of a kind of a rectangle shape. It's a little bit more square, and the more round you make this, the more pouty the lips are going to look. But as you can see, that took hardly any time at all. Now I'm going to kind of shade it in and show you where I normally like put my darkest line, because the upper lip kind of casts a little bit of a shadow on the bottom lip. So I like to, like this lip right here kind of tucks in under the top lip. So I kind of shade right there in the corners, and then this lip generally is in shadow because it kind of comes out at you. So that is really super fast, super generic lip. And then there's sometimes a little cast shadow depending on the person. Like my lips, there's hardly any shadow right here at all. I mean, everybody's kind of different, but for girls, like you want that really pouty lip look for like kind of sexy lips, then that little shadow right there kind of helps make them look like they're protruding a little bit more. So that's it for that. That's super simple, generic lip. Now I'm going to show you kind of how to throw in some expression when you're doing these. And this is, so at first I did that straight across line. Now I'm going to just do kind of an arc like this. So that's, I always start out with that center line on my lips. Then I'm just going to do that little mountain range across the top. And this one I'm going to shade in because you already kind of explained that that lip is in shadow. And I'm going to come straight across with this bottom lip. And still you have, and again, I'm just kind of drawing that line right here where the shadow kind of is cast by the lips protruding from the face. Sometimes I'll darken in the corners of the mouth. Again, reference real people, reference yourself. Some people have this, some people don't. But again, super easy. And you can see how that kind of is like a frown. So really easy to do. Now let's do a smile. Again, same thing. We're going to kind of just do this center line as an arc like this. Super easy. Do our little mountain range across the middle like that. And then lip across here. Come down with these edges. And bottom lip is really pouty. That little V down there. Again, you can see how easy that was. Drawing lips is super easy. Out of the features, I think it is, at least for the generic form of lips, it is one of the easier things to draw. So right there you have 3 lips that took a minute or less. So now I'm going to show you some other ways, or so now I'm going to show you the guy version of these lips. So these would be girls. Now I'm going to draw kind of a guy right here, and I'm just going to do one and show you the kind of the difference when I approach men. And this is for a more realistic guy, like, you know, not manga or comic book style, but for guys, I just started out with the mountain range, but for guys, I always just kind of draw this line right here. I don't do these side lines. I don't want the lips to be like really outlined, because really what's causing this outline, if you look at your own lips, they fade into your skin color. This outline is normally caused by lipstick. So guys won't have that. And guys, normally I don't do a big top lip like that either. I do a smaller lip. Check out this new eraser, by the way. It's pretty awesome. Just bought that. So anyway, so that's how I draw guy lips. And again, in the generic form. Just this, and sometimes I might even come out right here on the edges, but just that bottom line, that's it. So that's it for generic lips. So now I'm going to show you how I draw, like, if I really want to kind of go over the top with the sexiness of the lips, I will kind of, actually, normally I'll do kind of a little arc like this. So that's my center arc right there. And then I'll do my little mountain range across the top. My V that mimics kind of that shape. Come down here. Get real big with this bottom lip. And then kind of do this little arc right here. And this is the kind of little mouth is kind of part open lip. And when it's like this, I generally do a lot more shadow under that top lip. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. And then the other thing I do when I'm doing, shorten that up a bit, when I'm doing a lip like this, is the highlight right here. Like, that's just kind of that glossy lipstick look, and you can see it took me hardly any time at all to do that. So now I'm going to show you guys how I would implement these lips into a face. So this is a generic face, just a girl's face that I might draw. So I'm going to speed up the video when I'm drawing most of the filler stuff, and then when I get to the lips I'll slow it down so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I kind of wanted to do kind of a little half smile on this one, so I did kind of a little smile arc for my center line. So you can lightly see where I mapped out, just guided out where the chin would be and where my lips would start. And I know if you're a beginning artist, you're probably doing your lines where the eyes go and all that stuff, which, yeah, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just skip through it because I've done it so many times. I don't really need them. But it really helps to kind of map out where all the features will go before you get into rendering and stuff, because, you know, if the features are off placement-wise, it might not turn out like the cutest girl you've ever seen. So this one turned out all right. Sometimes I definitely have them turn out awful, and I should take my own advice and map out the face a little better sometimes. But So depending on what kind of drawing you want to do, I mean, right here I had the little highlights for the lips and the eyes, and I could have easily called this done as just a little sketch. But I thought I'd render things out a little bit further for you guys to kind of see maybe a different way to do lips if you don't want them to look sketchy and you want to really fill them in. So I'm going to kind of take rendering them to another level right here. So if you've seen my recent sketchbook videos, you've seen me use this red pencil a lot. I've kind of switched to it for a while now. I'll still go back to graphite and stuff. I'm just having a lot of fun with this. I'm actually working on a really cool drawing right now with it. But what I've been doing is just using red, blue, and white. So, you know, red, white, and blue like the flag. And I'm really filling in areas of the drawing with that red. Just fully opaque color, and then using the blue, which looks kind of black, but it's not, which is actually better than black, because sometimes black will make your drawing look dead. I've mentioned this in previous videos and stuff. So I did my highlights, the white highlights, before I really started laying this red down, because I wanted those white highlights to be real highlights, like very bright, very white. But sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes if I want it to not be as glossy, I'll add them in after I add the red in. You can go right over the red with white colored pencil and just kind of add a highlight. So right here, I'm going to just take the blue and lightly go over the red where I want shadow, which it's kind of like a purple color. I love it for shadows and stuff like that. It's just very alive looking. I like the effect I've been getting with it. So you can kind of see the nice little shadows that produces, just showing that that lip is tucked in underneath that top lip, kind of giving it dimension. So that's pretty much it for my tips for drawing lips. I hope you guys found it informative. If you'd like me to try and do more videos like this, let me know if this video helped you or taught you anything. Sometimes I just don't know how fulfilling these videos are for you guys. I hope they do a lot for you. Well, that's the video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, give it a like. It helps me out. And if you know anybody that is struggling drawing lips, send it their way. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.